There's an OCC criminal justice professor whose teaching will make you want to jump right into his class. Stay tuned.
And we'll find out about a local woman who never gets up in the face of adversity and keeps charging through life with a smile on her face.
But first, tax season is around the corner. Today we'll show you how a new law will affect your 2019 return.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is ONTV Update.
Welcome to ONTV Update. I'm Elizabeth Vaughn.
And I'm Ezra Bale. Today is Tuesday, December 18th.
This year is coming to an end, and that means you will have to start thinking about filing your taxes.
ONTV Update's Catherine Samara shares what you need to know about how the new tax law changes the income tax standard deduction.
In 2017, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act passed, making changes to the individual income tax. Christian Samara is a senior tax associate and CPA. He knows that not everyone is aware of when this change will affect them.
This will affect people when they file their 2018 tax return, which will have to be done by April 15th of 2019.
The law made several changes, but one of the main changes, Christian says, is in the standard deduction. This is the part of your income that will not be taxed and can reduce your bill.
The biggest thing people will probably notice is that the standard deduction has been doubled.
The benefit of this new tax law is that the standard deduction went from being $12,700 to $24,000. The downside, however, is that the personal exemptions went from being $4,050 to $0.
Christian says it's hard to tell whether it will have a positive or negative outcome for everyone. Taxpayer Christine Cataray says it doesn't worry her.
I mean, this is almost 2019. You know, these things that are going to impact people and businesses have to be looked at regularly to make sure that we're putting everybody on equal ground and where they should be. So I think it's necessary.
The double in standard deduction is meant to help everyone, but it's too soon to know what the outcome will be. In Syracuse, Catherine Samara, ONTV Update.
For more information on Tax Cut and Job Act 2017, visit the website at irs.gov/tax-reform. While voting is an important part of any election during this time of year, on TV Updates, Justin Trim gives us more information on how to get yourself on the ballot.
How to run for political office isn't something you may know a lot about, but to do it in New York State, you just have to file a petition. Uplift Syracuse's Mo Brown tells us about his efforts getting petition signatures to get others on the ballot.
It's a pretty nerve-wracking process if you're new to it, but I've done it a few times now. But you basically knock on people's doors and you strike up a conversation about politics, which is always fun.
As an example, getting on the ballot for New York State's 24th Congressional District, which contains Onondaga, Wayne, Cayuga, and some of western Oswego County, according to New York State election law, you'll need 3,500 signatures for a non-party nomination or around 1,200 signatures for a party nomination. Either way, you'll be filling up these pages. You can get your nomination petition at your local Board of Elections office. Onondaga County Board of Elections Commissioner Dustin Zarni explains when you should get started.
We have a petition season. In Congress, it's in March. For regular offices, it's in June. And you have to go out and get so many signatures from citizens based on the size of your race to get on the ballot.
Now, you do have until July of that election year to file your petition, and exact dates vary year to year, but they can be found on the Board of Elections political calendar. Mo Brown believes it's worth a shot.
Go out and do it. If you're considering doing it, we need more candidates at every level. Don't just think president. We need more town boards people. We need more city council. Get out, go run, and make a difference in your community.
From Whitney Hall, I'm Justin Trim, ONTV Update.
The Onondaga County Board of Election offers help to any citizen in creating their petition for any candidacy. They can be reached at 315-435-8683.
And we all know heroes as those who wear capes in comic books, but here in Syracuse there are plenty of local heroes who you may never even know unless you take a closer look. Mary Jo White has been battling for over 20 years with the lifelong disease known as MS, or multiple sclerosis. Even through this long 20-year process, the smile has never faded from her face. She says it's all due to her family and their support.
Having faith, having a good sense of humor, it's what gets me through the day. And having your friends and family all around.
Mary Jo has endless support from her family, and you can see that by the positive attitude she bears and the smile that lights up her face. She also helps at All Saints Church in East Syracuse as often as she can. Mary Jo's next reading at the church will be Saturday, December 22nd at 4 o'clock.
After the break, we'll take a look at the OCC criminal justice professor with the unusual approach to teaching and why you want to take one of his classes.
Then we'll head to Henniger High School to watch the drama club and the connection they have with the audience on stage. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
What I like about the dorms is how social it is and the community that's built around it and how we all come together to share thoughts and ideas.
Even when you think you're alone, you're not really alone because you're always going to live with somebody and they're always going to want to speak to you. And there's always a person waiting to make a new friend.
I met my friends through some common hobbies we all share, like playing video games, so I met a lot of cool people that way and I enjoy the company of my friends.
It's a smallish community, small campus. It's nice to be able to walk everywhere. The college has tons of opportunities for help and assistance in your classes. It's great. My OAR advisor, Office of Accessibility Resources, the people there are always there to help you. They always ask, how my day was so far and all that. They're really nice and helpful there. If you talk to them, they will do something for you if they can.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
I really enjoy the potential to work closely with students. Oftentimes we're fortunate enough to have small classes. Typically we do a lot of class discussions, we do a lot of exercises that deal with student writing. I try to get the students to interact with each other. I think there's a pretty good balance between students working on their writing and sharing thoughts about writing. Yeah, I think OCC is a strong consideration for any student.
And I'm Elizabeth Vaughn. Police officer make law enforcement for their career for up to 20 years.
But today, we'll introduce you to an officer that turned retirement into a new career. He's an Onondaga Community College graduate, a former Syracuse police detective, and now he's beginning his 5th year of teaching at OCC. Associate Professor Pierre Patnaud teaches for the campus's criminal justice department, but his lectures aren't strictly by the book.
I think it brings the learning to life. Students love to hear stories, and when they find out they're real, it really opens their eyes.
Patnaud is known for bringing his real-life experiences as an officer into the classroom. Lily Homan is a graduate of the criminal justice program. She says that even though policing is sometimes grim, Patnaud's stories aren't meant to discourage students.
They give you the most experience, and they give you a sense of how, if this is the field that you want, a sense of how it's going to be.
Patnaud wants to make sure that students know what they're getting into, and he doesn't stop with the lectures.
You don't buy the shoes without trying them on.
And for Patnaud, trying on the shoes means actually going to the jails and courtrooms to get a feel for what it's like. As a part of the Criminal Justice Club, Patnaud makes sure students have opportunities to take trips to these places.
You shouldn't try to apply for a part of this job without trying it on. Do a ride-along, a job shadowing something.
In addition to trips to see the system in action, he also thinks it's important to be a part of the community. Patnaud invites students on volunteering trips to assist nonprofit programs like Vera House and Thrifty Shopper. In addition to spending time in the classroom teaching, Patnaud is also a student at Cayuga College. He's working towards a master's degree in criminal justice management.
On TV Update, Kenny Rosa shows us how can you affect the Gordon cafeteria menu.
Brian Felix says he noticed a difference in the food in the campus cafeteria.
I do enjoy the fresh food this semester. I feel like it's a lot healthier for the students since we're consuming it throughout the week. So I feel like that's a big step up for the community.
American dining cook Dwight Smith is happy to hear comments like Brian's. Too often the feedback he receives from students is negative.
If somebody's eating the same stuff over and over again, their mind gets tired of it, you know, so that's the only negative feedback that I got, other than a student might be having a bad day and say that my food's crappy, but I know it's not. I know it's not true.
Brian is generally happy with the food, but he is looking for some variety in the cafeteria.
I wish they had more international foods, like maybe some Chinese food here and there, some Caribbean food, some soul food would be appreciated.
Dwight says there is a way people can change the menu.
I always keep patience and always try to keep an understanding. Students are young adults and they're still learning.
You can get one of these in front of the cashier on top of the suggestion box.
Yes, we do have a suggestion box. I would encourage you guys to put suggestions in there, you know, because, you know, your suggestions will make a difference, but it's got to be a lot of you, though.
I didn't even know we had a suggestion box, to be honest.
And now that he knows, Brian plans to use it. In the OCC cafeteria, I'm Kenny Rosa, ONTV Update.
If you want to help change the menu, you can grab a suggestion sheet in the Gordon cafeteria.
Playing college sports is often the dream for many high school athletes. ONTV Update's Sydney Ure shows us the challenges of actually living that dream.
Sophomore Carly Wuker loves being a part of the Laser family, but was surprised at how tough it actually was to be a basketball player in college.
So basically, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have class from 9 to 2. I go home, do homework until 4, go to basketball until 6:30, come home, shower, eat dinner, and go to work 7 to 10.
Mike Wheeler sees where the struggle for these busy students may set in. He's an enrollment associate for the school as well as the head women's basketball coach, and he agrees with Carly.
The biggest concern is, you know, when should I get done? When's the last time I can have class so I can make the practice on time?
Majority of the time, I balance it by just go, and I don't really think about what else I have to do.
Right here in SRC Arena, underneath the Allen Hall Gym, is a computer lab fully stocked with computers, internet access, and printers. All the student athletes have to do is take their school-issued laser cards, swipe them here just like this, and just like that, we have access and we're ready to work. Along with help from advisors, athletes have tutoring options at the Campus Learning Center, and coaches can get extra grade reports from professors throughout the semester.
Stuff like that is like the #1 thing I would recommend because, you know, we have a lot of resources.
With some help from coaches and her time management strategies, Carly expects to come out with a win and a degree.
Last season, the OCC women's basketball team earned an overall GPA of a 3.4. The 5 returning sophomores are hoping that their example will help the rest of the team earn an even higher average this season.
Henniker High School takes on stage with the play Kingstad is another way to bring growth to the drama club. Today we go to Henniker High School to see what students in the drama club have to offer on stage. On November 16 and 17, Henniker Drama Club presented the play Kingstad. It's part of a push to reach a wider audience. Bill Bonney is director, but he says all due to the students' hard work.
When all is said and done and the show starts, I am in the back of the auditorium. I don't come on stage, and it's really cool to see the students come together, and it is truly a student-led production. Everything from top to bottom is student-led.
It means week of long days after high school rehearsal, but in this show, it's not about the cast and crew. Drama co-president Molly Hoppman says the audience plays a part as well.
The stage is actually going to be set up. It's set up in the round, which is where we're going to put the seats and the audience actually up on the stage with us, where we're going to be almost surrounded by audience, which is very exciting. It's much more intimate.
While the audience is watching, they feel the connection on stage, which by the hope translates into more interest in the club.
The hope is obviously to have it grow. It's grown every year. We generate more interest every year among students and faculty and staff in the community.
And for the student after high school.
So I just hope that that time here prepares them for that and makes them successful down the road for whatever they decide to go into.
Students had completed their task and made so much connection with the audience, but for right now, they're focused on the marketing, planning, fundraising for the spring production. From Henniker High School, Elizabeth Font on TV Update. After Kingstad, the drama club will have a short holiday break. They will return with a comeback on the spring musical. Their production, Into the Wood, is scheduled on March 15 and 16.
And those are your stories in the ONTV Update. I'm Ezra Bale.
And I'm Elizabeth Vaughn. Thank you for watching, and be sure to join us next time.